have to jump off. He's going down.
Ready?
I'm not afraid as long as I'm with you. One more night.
Previously on Shade Nocturne.
Titanic never happened, fool. You believe the government's lies? Titanic was an inside job.
Oh yeah? Who? Who would do that?
The talking animals.
Hey, bum guy.
What?
I'm back.
What's going on?
I brought you your little senior moment shot on Shitio. You know, the one where you said talking animals sank the Titanic? Maybe next time stick to the old pen and paper manifesto. It makes you look less insane.
You do not believe in it because you think with your head tucked firmly between your ass cheeks.
Look, you vaguely rodent-shaped pile of dumpster runoff.
I got a name, kid.
You remember it?
It started with an R.
Randy?
Sure.
Okay, Randy. Well, first off, why do you have so many cans of air duster?
You a cop?
I'm a dragon, dude.
That ain't what I asked.
Second, more pressing question, what did any of what you said on the street corner have to do with the movie you gave me?
I told you it was the talking animal. Wait, this ain't right.
Yeah, you bet it ain't. First I get a call from my bank about someone spending $400 at Staples. Then I find you with...
No, kid, this ain't the right DVD.
Oh, right. Sure, Randy. And I bet you've just got another animated Titanic movie sitting right behind you.
Yeah, let me get it.
What?
Yeah, I got confused too when I found that one in the same dumpster I found all these.
This can't be how... How can there be two animated Titanic movies with talking mice, evil step-parents, and Italian roots in the production?
If I had a nickel, I'd have like 4 nickels.
Please tell me you just can't count after decades of alcoholism.
Okay, I just can't with the drinking after because the alcoholism. Like that?
Not even close, but thank you.
I mean, it's really just the 2 if you don't count the sequel of the TV show.
Well, that's good, yeah, because those really shouldn't count anyway, and... What? Did you expect to be back so soon? Yeah, me either. What is it with you Italians? Your food is good, your culture is rich, and yet of all the things you could supply to the world of animation, you chose to make 2 distinct animated movies about talking animals aboard the fucking Titanic. And who knows, at this point, it might not even be the last. But let's slow it down, because despite their involvement, the Italians weren't the only cooks in the kitchen this time. Oh no, we're dealing with a joint effort here. And this joint's blunt rotation is a true fucking nightmare. America, Italy, Spain, and North Korea were behind this one. Oh, and South Korea too. Yeah, I'm surprised they would want to work together given their history.
What? What the fuck?
I'm sorry, did that say North Korea? Yes, if you can actually believe it, North Koreans worked with Italy and the fucking United States by extension. I guess something this disrespectful to our history shouldn't be a surprise coming from them, but anyway, how did this happen? Well, the film was directed by Orlando Carati and Kim J.O., respectively. Orlando Carati was an Italian film director and animator, and co-founder of Mondo TV, one of Europe's major animation studios. Mostly they made knockoffs of more popular movies. And Kim Jun-ok, no, not that Kim, is a North Korean animation director and artist with a long career of his own, mostly based out of a place called SEK, which is a state-owned animation studio in Pyongyang, because of fucking course it's state-owned. Everything there is. Thoughts, opinions, even food. And in case you were wondering, yes, he did do work on the early seasons of the Squirrel and Hedgehog TV show. You know, the one with that hot furry bait fox lady. I guess I wasn't that far off in my last review. There might be furries on the Titanic. Now, the legend of the Titanic wasn't made purely in Italy as you might imagine. In fact, the animation was actually done by North Koreans at SEK Studio, while the story, direction, and production oversight came through Mondo TV. Then for dubbing, it was done in the US and in Italy to reach a wider audience. So to say this is a rare breed of a film would be the understatement of the fucking century. This is the Frankenstein's monster of low-budget movies, and I've got no idea how this came to be. We open on the home of a family of extermination bills, where the children are harassing their grandfather to tell them stories about his old sailor days, by pushing on his boobies. Apparently, he was aboard the famous Titanic the day it sank, and they want to know all about it.
A lot of people died, huh?
Well, youngster, it's a long and complicated story. The truth of the matter is that those missing persons were never really missing. It's all a misunderstanding.
Oh wow, we're really going there, huh? I mean, wow, the previous Titanic movie we covered had a rapping dog and alluded to a couple of people dying, but mostly tried to avoid the insinuation. This movie just came out of the gate and said it. Like, there's no beating around the bush on this one. This mouse just denied the 1,500 deaths aboard a real-life national tragedy. Imagine opening your quirky Holocaust movie about talking dogs with, you see, none of the people were actually ever killed. It's all just a big misunderstanding. There's a few message boards I guarantee this mouse is a part of. And possibly watch lists. I don't know how, but we're going to try our very best to soldier past that uncomfortable little narrative choice and jump back in time to when this dude who probably farts dust was a young mouse, who Google tells me is named Top Connors. Yes, they gave the Twinkie mouse with an earring the name Top. Guess those grandkids were adopted then. Anyway, while doing roll call, Connors immediately gets the hots for Stella, who is the sister of this other annoying rodent character named Ronnie. Ronnie apparently doesn't understand ropes.
It's the right idea, but you have to learn sailor talk. Only landlubbers call that a rope.
So do sailors, you fucking prick. What do you call assholes who nickname everything to sound smarter? I bet it rhymes with yours. I also gotta say, Connor sure isn't subtle about his macking on Ronnie's fly sister.
Oh, here we are, sir. Only, please call me Stella. Everyone else does, after all.
He was a sailor boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. Oh, wait, no, she's actually interested. Wow. Damn it. My joke still works, right? Ronnie explains to a British person how Brazilian mice plan to transform their sport into a fucking circus, and somehow this doesn't result in a bigoted mouse genocide, but I guess mice haven't invented cute little guns or tanks yet. So we're forced to watch Mouse FIFA before we cut to a crowd of human people, where we meet the Duke. Duke of what? Fuck if I know. Duke of Moneybags and Scrooge McDuckvaults, okay? And he's followed by his daughter, Elizabeth.
Your Grace, your Ladyship, your presence aboard will make this voyage memorable.
That voice, is that... No. It is! It's the rapping dog from the other Titanic movie. The bad guy in this movie is played by Fritz from the Titanic movie that came out 2 years later. How does it even happen? How does a man say yes twice to movies about rewriting the Titanic as a cartoon? This time as a non-rapping dog, granted. Well, this is our big bad for the movie, Mr. Maltrov. He seems kind enough at first, but since Elizabeth dislikes that he's ancient and physically disabled, he shall henceforth be known as Count Olaf of the Third Reich's gas chamber and dog-fucking department. Okay, there is more to their relationship. Apparently her parents want to marry Elizabeth off to him, believing him to be a good match, I guess? Even though he looks like that prick from Alice in Wonderland. The Tim Burton one that needs Prozac.
Elizabeth, behave yourself. Must I remind you that Everard Maltravers has asked for your hand, and that your stepmother and I both consider it an excellent match.
You want her to marry a geriatric Batman villain with an eye patch and an evil mustache? You assholes really tried to put a Bond villain on the Titanic and Disney rodents and thought we wouldn't notice? Oh look, it's Esmeralda and her goat. But instead it's a gypsy tuxedo mask and every dog from every animated movie ever. Also, the dog's name is Smiley.
Something's been awakened, like something's been born.
Smiley's trying to kill me.
Oh, thank God, no. Well, despite his jerky animation, it looks like Elizabeth is entranced with his dancing. So this divorced magician sends his dancing dog over to... You know, I don't really know.
Beautiful girl.
Whoa, rape time. Okay, he doesn't go that far, but he awkwardly gets the dog to ask her out for him. No, really. Unfortunately, since the dog can't fucking talk, yet, he can only steal the girl's glove. Good, that'll get her. I mean, what was the plan here, Prince Charming? For your dog to bring the girl back kicking and screaming in his teeth?
What a heavenly fragrance.
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
What is it with you perverted love interests and smelling strangers' clothes? Granted, this time it was a glove and not crusty undies, but just stop it! You didn't know her for years, and Mr. Scent, you saw her from across the pier and wanted to huff her aroma like that raccoon Randy probably huffs keyboard cleaner. I should probably call my bank. So Elizabeth finally boards the doomed vessel along with her family and her middle-aged fiancé. Joining them shortly is the tuxedo mask-looking dude, but not without being protected by his literal gang of thugs who intimidate the captain.
I'm very sorry, sir, but the animal must be kept on a leash.
My good man, you happen to be addressing Don Juan Tenorio, Deriarte Gonzalez Leon. If you have a problem with him,
But, sir,
you have a problem with us first.
Are we sure the rich, charismatic gentleman of advanced age is the bad guy? All he did was say hello and be disabled. This guy's American Psycho in London. Okay, this intro has had way too much going on, so let's just get to the ship already. Later, we follow Maltrop to his personal room, where he and his actual bumbling henchmen are writing a letter to a fleet of whaling ships, all ready and waiting. And it's here where he explains his big crazy plan. Evil Eyepatch McWhale Murderer is hoping to be both granted exclusive whaling rights everywhere, as well as exclusive rights to pound his liver spot-ridden dick into Elizabeth's dowry. Yep, it's the classic I just want her for the money shtick. Back with the mice, Connors and Ronnie are late for a mouse meeting.
Friends, sailors, fellow travelers, welcome aboard the Titanic. Every seagoing rodent in the world envies us right now, but not all that glitters is gold.
Bro, he rolls his R's worse than Michael Crawford in Once Upon a Forest. Except he's got an accent, too.
Now I really hate him.
After that waste of screen time, the rodents get to raid the kitchen. Before they do, however, Stella asks Connors to watch over her brother Ronnie, you know, the FIFA mouse, and he agrees to do so, even though, well, they are already going to go hang out, so once again it's superfluous. In the dining hall, the affluent guests are having their banquet, when in walks Mordor, sorry, Maltrop, he's so cartoonishly evil I guess I mixed him up, who schmoozes so poorly that Elizabeth storms off. Okay, despite my earlier jokes, this scene does show that Elizabeth's mother is really pushing for them to get together, barely even acknowledging when she protests.
I wonder what will happen.
When the captain somehow assumes that this 40-year-old graying man is dating a girl several seats away, Elizabeth stands up and storms out. Wait, what is this pose? Her boobs, her waist-to-shoulder ratio, she just looks strange here. Anyone else? I'll move on. Well, since she stormed off for being reduced to an object, we cut back to the mice, who are treating her like an object. Isn't children's media wonderful?
I hate to be a spoilsport, but I would like to draw to your attention the fact that she's a woman and you're a mouse.
Well, there's one thing I'm not, and that's a racist.
Good to know, I guess. Creeping out after the distraught girl, the mice follow her to the deck where they find her crying and monologuing about how she wishes she was a dolphin. As you do. And I guess what she's saying is so important that we get a close-up of her boobs. Oh wait, it's a tear. Nice try, animators. You just wanted to see her tits. I mean, do we need to follow the tear down to the...
What's her name?
I'm sorry, what?
You can understand us thanks to a net of magic moonbeams that caught your tears as they fell into the water. We added a little magic of our own, and voila! The spell was cast.
Huh?
Go on, take notes. You better not forget that.
No. No. In the previous movie, the animals talking was done only for entertainment and to show their motives. They didn't communicate with the humans. I take back everything I said about the previous movie's juxtaposition of tone. That one is Spielberg compared to this. And what, pray tell, allows for this bastardization of God's law? What allows her to talk to the animals?
You can understand us thanks to a net of magic moonbeams that caught your tears as they fell into the water.
Moonbeams. Tears caught in moonbeams.
You're retarded.
What?
Now, this would be all well and good, except we are on the fucking Titanic right now!
Let's bring him out. Bring out Barry. Oh, here he is, sir. What the fuck?
So the dolphins scold the rich bitch for her human privilege and mentioning wanting to be a dolphin in passing because they aren't as carefree as she thinks. I mean, what with their war and all.
Oh! Okay! In that case, do you think you could elaborate?
If I could turn into a dolphin like you, that would make me happier than anything in the world.
If you were in my place, young lady, you'd have no time to cry. We're engaged in a desperate battle to save the lives of our friends, the whales. Huh?
This poor girl just opened up, and this dolphin was like, yeah, that's cool, but have you ever been in Vietnam? It's Sea World War II in this bitch, and you're crowning me about this? Okay, so after being made privy to the fact that the dolphins wage war and SpongeBob might have combat experience, the movie remembers the mice that stalked Elizabeth out here. What do they have to say?
They're fantastic!
What are you talking about?
These guys don't realize they're sitting on a gold mine.
I don't know what you mean, Ronnie.
With the elevation they get in their jumps, they could score goals from all over the soccer field.
Scoozy?
With the elevation they get in their jumps, they could score goals from all over the soccer field.
One more time.
With the elevation they get in their jumps, they could score goals from all over the soccer field.
You don't know what you're saying, do you?
Of course I do.
You don't know what you're saying.
Of course I do.
You don't know what you're saying.
So glad we cleared that up. The henchman Quasi-Frodo is also stalking this poor girl for some reason. At this point, it's just a normal hobby for animals and people on this ship. Boss, I saw her. She was talking to dolphins. She's fucking crazy. Back inside, Dr. Claw's underwhelming cousin is trying to seal the deal with his future father-in-law over those lucrative whaling rights, framing it as a wedding gift. That's a hell of a gift, I mean, Jesus. But he gets turned down, as the wedding isn't even 100% happening yet, and it seems a bit too soon. I mean, yeah? How did you think this was gonna play out?
Are you dying of dementia?
Maltrov tells this guy's sideburns to contact his friend, Mr. Ice. Oh my god, he's gonna turn him over to immigration! No, but I really wish that was what happened, because instead he runs out to the deck, I guess Elizabeth is done out there, and he blows a whistle to contact a shark. An evil shark.
Hey, me and the boys are ready to go into action anytime you say, guy.
No fucking way. So what, did his tears touch the moonlight too? How many people can talk to animals in this movie? What are the rules? Does it work during the day or only work during the night? Why does the shark have prison stripes? Why is this in a movie about the Titanic? The mob boss shark is told to hang back and wait for more instructions from the big bad. That's all for now, as we cut back to Elizabeth. Those flamboyant mice finally corner the clearly disturbed girl and give her a piece of their mind.
I'll never sit at that table again as long as Everard is there.
You'll never get anywhere by running away from it. You ought to face the issue squarely and tell your father and Everard what you think.
Okay, counterpoint though, you're a mouse. You are a disease-ridden little creature, not a cute aquatic animal, and I would appreciate you not shitting on my armchair. Thank you.
I don't like that woman. Not one little bit I don't.
No, instead she actually listens to them, because yeah, apparently those vague speeches about fighting for what she wants and not running away was all she needed. I mean, Jesus, a fucking fortune cookie could have done the job. Imagine if she was on her way to kill herself like in the real Titanic movie, but then she just saw a motivational poster and was like, you know, I think I'll put off killing myself. Seems silly looking back on it now. Speaking of animals telling grown adults the obvious, the gypsy dog has to encourage Phantom of the Ocean liner here to get off his lazy ass and go find the girl he likes.
What's the matter, Smiley? Oh, you want me on my feet, huh?
You thought I was kidding, right? No, he really waited around for an entire 24 hours when they're on the same ship together. Fuck me, even Prince William was more proactive than that. He at least tried to flirt with her.
I bet you look ravishing in this.
Skid marks. You know what, bud? If you had approached her, you could have smelled more than just her glove by now. Elizabeth now won't leave her room because talking mice are vastly more interesting than whatever it is they're talking about over at dinner, and her father leaves to go check on her. While he's gone, because this movie isn't cliche enough, I guess, Elizabeth's hot stepmom talks with Maltrov. Turns out they're in cahoots, and plotting to steal the whaling rights away and run away together. Elizabeth finally leaves her fucking room after like hours, brushing off the Cheeto dust from her tits and putting on her best girl boss suit to go and meet with her father, who I guess never spoke with her when he said he was going to. Dude just wanted a dip from that dinner.
Assess the situation and going.
Where are you going?
Just leaving.
Anyway, what is this? Were there private studies on the Titanic? I don't know. At this point, assume the movie taking place on this specific ship is about as relevant as the fact that there are talking mice.
I have absolutely no intention of marrying Everard. I loathe him and everything he stands for. I'm sorry to upset your plans, but...
Yeah, like that's gonna work. The dude is mad you missed dinner twice already, and you insulted his favored choice to marry you in a very different time. I sincerely doubt he...
I would never dream of forcing you to do something you don't want to.
The fuck? Oh wow, okay, them Alzheimer's be hitting you like a fucking freight train, huh, Grandpa? Well, happy ending, I guess. Aliens replace this man's brain with marshmallows and we get an unearned spinning shot. Everybody's happy. This writing is sloppier than Cthulhu's ass crack. Speaking of bad writing, the story forgot to tell us what the dog and Prince Charming are going to do about meeting with Elizabeth. So we cut to them and, are you kidding me? He's still moping? Son of a bitch! How long has this been going on for? 2, 3 days now? He's still not looking for her. I can't believe it. This might just be one of the most non-romantic love interests in the history of film. Actually, I take that back. He's employing a very realistic dating strategy of lonely and brooding people who think they're all cool and mysterious. Standing there daydreaming and never having the balls to actually meet a woman. Like, you know that kid who spends all day staring through his greasy bangs and envisioning himself as an anime protagonist in his own harem isekai? Yeah, that's him. Like, dude, you realize he hasn't spoken one word to her yet, right? Not one. The fucking dog has got more riz than him. Listen, buddy, you gotta stop smelling and fawning over that crusty-ass godforsaken glove, okay? Well, he doesn't, if you can believe it. His dog has to make the first move again. The dog has to literally go find her first. In the midst of his search, however, the mutt gets manhandled and chucked out of a ballroom. Damn. Bro treated that animal like he was practicing to be the first live streamer. We also get to hear the dog speak to the other animals for the first time, and his voice is...
You're right on that, my friend. Sometimes I just lose sight of the fact that not all creatures are created equal.
kind of ill-fitting. The mice agree to help set up Elizabeth with the dog's master for literally no reason. I mean, the mice don't know this guy's age, his character, if this guy looks like Sam Pepper and walks with a permanent stiffy from watching the little girls on the ship, but sure, hook him up like you're breeding puppies with your neighbor. Even when Elizabeth has openly expressed disgust with the idea of being set up with someone, you're just smashing them together like action figures for your perverted amusement. What good friends. So, the animals arrange for the two to accidentally meet on the deck of the ship, only the most highly trafficked area where they somehow didn't meet before, but wait, Angelica isn't leaving her room right now, so you want to know how they do get her to go outside and meet a guy?
Elizabeth, hurry! You've got to come out on deck!
What's the problem? What's the big hurry?
The dolphins are there. They want to talk with you.
Imagine if in the James Cameron movie, the talking mice convinced Rose to meet with Jack and told her that it was because the dolphins want to talk with you. I'm actually gonna fucking lose it. That's amazing. And it's here where our star-crossed lovers finally meet and have nothing to say to each other.
Man, you guys fucking suck, dude!
Magical. I've heard of whispering sweet nothings, but this is straight up mutual social anxiety. So actually, maybe they are perfect for each other.
We'll soon know if it's true love. If their souls are truly united, he'll be able to speak to us too.
Who keeps making these rules? Like, he has a dog that literally hooks him up with a hot babe. That's a good fucking boy, by the way. And yet this is the test that unlocks his ability to talk with his animals? I thought the moonbeams did that. Remember? You have to cry into the moonlight or some gay shit. Now if you just fall in love, you can understand them? What happens if they break up? Does he stop hearing them? Nobody cared, did they? Nobody on this project actually gave a shit. It's like Dotson.
Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here! See, nobody cares.
So the entire deck gets flooded by disease-ridden animals to the delight of our airheaded couple, and they celebrate. Because fuck it, it's a cruise ship and they need an excuse to party. Whoa now, lady. You two just danced for a minute and a half and you're already starving for his lips served hot and heavy. Chill, chill.
Stick it in me!
You both have the personality of styrofoam and just met. What possibly has you this worked up? I don't know, maybe Mr. Maltrov just has El Riz or Skibbity fucking Fazbear or whatever retarded shit you kids are saying. Cause my boy, you failed to impress a woman who danced for 2 seconds with a total stranger and started sucking face like vertical CPR. Later, Elizabeth's literal evil stepmother tells her off for not marrying Maltrov.
If Mr. Maltravers is so important to you, then you marry him. Oh!
Why don't you? Like, yeah, I know what this era was like and all, but believe it or not, divorce was a thing. Why not just leave him? Cry abuse, fake evidence, take half his shit, and go fuck Maltrov in every room of your new whaling fleet. I mean, you won't get it all, but that's not a bad backup plan, and she clearly likes him, and he only cares about getting power, so why would he object? But the movie just needs to happen, so she doesn't. Instead, the mice overhear Maltrov and the stepmother plotting their newest evil plan and go to tell Elizabeth.
We were eavesdropping in Maltravis' stateroom.
We couldn't believe our ears. We heard him say he's planning to sink a ship. We were thunderstruck.
Or they tell the dude who only just met you all today. That works too. Okay, guys, I think I'm getting it. Just a few quick questions. 1, who is Maltrov? 2, who are you? And 3, what is a stateroom? I'm poor. I joke, but really? That's Maltrov's plan. Sink the ship. The iceberg can do that.
Tell him we're ready to destroy anything, anytime!
He means to sink a ship, and it might very well be this one.
No, you aren't really gonna do this. I mean, yes, the last movie flirted with the idea, but you mean to tell me that in your movie about the real-life, actual fucking Titanic, that it's gonna be sunk because of some evil eye-patch-wearing whaler?
Oh my gosh!
Let's just get on with this. So the mice try to stop communication between Maltrov and his whalers.
I could have sworn those were mice, but of course that's impossible aboard the Titanic.
No, it's not. Chip mice are a thing, man. Bro is flabbergasted by the concept of a little guy. A little creature, even. The distractions don't work, however, so they have to go with Plan B. chewing through every wire in that damn room.
I wonder what will happen.
Sideburns the henchgoon goes to use the whistle and call on the evil shark leader, Mr. Ice, telling him of the new plan to sink the ship.
Careful not to make any mistakes, Ice, or else the boss could send his whaling ships and harpoons after you, too.
Remember, nobody who threatens a shark lives to tell the tale, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, so that was a fucking lie. Also, Maltrov literally threatened to hunt you to extinction. Moving on from this inconsistency, Mr. Ice informs his gang of their job. His gang of other mafioso sharks with prison jumpsuits for stripes, who work for Maltrov in exchange for not being hunted like the whales are, and oh my Jesus, what am I watching? Remember, this all started as a knockoff of the James Cameron movie. The sharks plan to trick a giant octopus named, well, Tentacles, because I guess naming a baby kid arms the human is better than unwanted vaginal excretion, so they have a staged competition to try to get Octopussy here to toss an iceberg out in front of the ship's path. And it works. Also, he could have one of their old prison hats. I hope it was worth it, Testicles.
That's tentacles!
Right, whatever. Back aboard the ship, Maltrov and the Monopoly Man's half-brother are having a final conversation post my daughter doesn't want to let you crawl inside her. Always uncomfortable. Inviting the Duke back to his room, Maltrov and his henchmen proceed to enact their delicate and meticulously constructed plan of pulling out a fucking gun.
Best get to stepping, son.
No, he isn't going to use wedding gifts anymore, or cast Speak with Rodent by crying into moonbeams, or make any more clever plans. Henchman 21 just pulls out a fucking blicky and jams it in the back of his neck. And you know what? It doesn't work.
I'll never sign them.
I think you will.
You're wrong, sir. Wrong.
Sign them. Sign them now, you old goat.
Sign it. No. Do it. No. Bro, how can you be so bad at this? How did you even get rich in the first place? You suck at blackmail. Finally, Eyepatch threatens to kill Elizabeth, so her dad agrees to sign. Oh, and his wife demands he signs a new will and divorce papers because that doesn't look suspicious at all. And they gag him and leave him tied up, running off to abandon ship. Because sinking an entire ship of people is easier than just killing the old fuck with a pillow and dumping him overboard. I mean, you're in the middle of the ocean and had a man at gunpoint. Be creative. Oh, and remember those transmission wires the rodents cut? Well, once the ship finally collides with that surprise glacier, the mouse captain, who isn't really a captain, says that it's their only hope. So they all go to fix the wires so the sailors can send a distress signal out to other ships. One wire can't reach anymore, however, so I guess they're boned.
Next wire through my mustache.
What?
Oh, Camembert.
There is exactly one death in this movie so far, and it's a background rodent. Well, it works to send the message, I guess, but at what cost? Capybara, or whoever this is dead. And I don't give half a rat's cock, because I just met him in this scene. Oh hey, Elizabeth and her new boy toy find her father and free him. Well, your plan sucks. Oh no, but there's not enough lifeboats. Even the mice are saying it.
There aren't enough lifeboats! There's room for everyone!
Oh, thank God, I almost had to worry there for a second. Meanwhile, Tentacles takes a break from his mental breakdown to actually fix the mess he helped cause. I just need to make sure I'm still lucid. Am I watching dolphins and a giant octopus stop an evil shark mafia and save the entire Titanic? I think this is just the fever dream copium of some kid who got really, really depressed learning about the Titanic in class. Yes, that's gotta be it. Please just let this be a fever dream by some kid, recorded live and not written by adult people with agency. So Tentacles holds the ship together just long enough for everyone to be saved, including our leads, who are last and fall into the water. I wish they would freeze to death, but unfortunately they get saved by a humpback whale because their deaths would bring me joy and God said no.
I will never abandon my ship.
Ha! Get saved, idiot. Thought you were gonna have a noble and honorable death. Nah, nobody dies while North Koreans are animating. We told them the great leader outlawed it. Can you believe they bought that shit? Ha! Yep, in this Titanic movie, nobody dies. I meant nobody important. Anyway, happy ending. The boat with Maltrov and the Duke's wife lost at sea forever because they refused to just kill a human being off in this movie about a national tragedy. So everyone lives and our boring leads are married in the church. But then we get, I don't know, Vermin San Diego? Where in the world was she? Well, she's just here to tell the posh dog to tell the humans to go outside for a surprise. I assume this is where the mouse mafia whacks these snitches for telling the world about their dark underworld. Nah, it's just Tentacles. Back from the dead. That's right, and guess who else?
Mes amis!
Oh my God! You couldn't let the one mouse you were ballsy enough to kill actually die. Kids are gonna grow up writing essays that make their history teachers kill themselves. They're gonna watch Bambi and end up in a mental ward when they see Bambi's mother get her head blown clean the fuck off! And the movie ends when we see that the sailor rat got with the blonde rat and now they're grandparents. Who gives a shit? Nothing else is going to top the insanity of
Your grandfather loves to tell stories, but like all sailors, you shouldn't take him too seriously.
What? You mean to tell me that after all that bullshit, all that fucking buildup, you're just gonna shrug it off, give us a cocksure grin and say, did it really happen though? Well, it did! It did fucking happen! And I'm so glad it's over. This was awful. The animation is better in places than the other Titanic movie, which is a sentence I can't believe I have to say, but that's not surprising. Being practically done with slave labor by people with less rights than the dogs they animated, and produced for children who couldn't handle swatting a damn fly, let alone the complex and devastating tragedy they mock by insisting that everyone survived, even the bad guys. It's worse than the other Titanic movie in every conceivable way. The story is insultingly convoluted, filled with things like an evil plot to sink the ship using mafia sharks, yet somehow also containing every single animated movie cliche, like the evil stepmother and an arranged marriage. And it's flooded with characters that make the other movies' cast look memorable in comparison. And hey, say what you will, but at least the other Titanic animated movie actually killed people. And it kind of lets you sit with that information at the end. This one reads like a crazy conspiracy board made by a man raised locked in a windowless room with nothing but Disney movies playing on loop. It's that insane. I can't imagine someone sane sitting down to write this piece of crap, offensive-ass fan fiction. And that is the right word, offensive. It opens weird, gets weirder, and ends on a big musical number and 0 lives lost because kids can't handle it. Well, I defy you. The Land Before Time, Bambi, Old Yeller, kids can handle death, and when they can't, movies help. Their teachers or their parents can help explain it. That's their job, not yours. The whole of Hollywood cannot be Nick Jr. because you want kids to never be hurt. Hey, I mean, unless it's Dan Schneider's casting couch, huh? Y'all were perfectly fine with Ezra Miller, too. Let's not mince words. This movie's sanitization of an event that these kids are going to learn about in school the next day, while simultaneously dick-diddling the corpses of every lost life unrecovered at the bottom of the ocean, it's impressive. It's impressive just how offensive it manages to be on every single level. And it could have only come from the unholy union of North Korea and Italians, but we helped. America helped. This was a multicultural circle jerk that makes the last Titanic movie we reviewed look like a legitimate documentary. And you know what? I think I need to go speak to a certain someone about this film he has provided me. Yo.
I told you, it's a public park. I can... Oh, it's you. Did you bring my DVD back?
No, actually, I burned it to a crisp. But Randy, I wanted to ask you, do you maybe want to stay at my place for a bit?
What? Why?
You know, while I was watching this insult to literally all the victims of the Titanic, I kept thinking about you. About what you said. I had this whole plan of telling you how wrong you are and making fun of you for believing in this crap.
But...
Oh no, I'm still going to do that. But what changed was that I get it now. Your smell, the drinking, the weird addiction to huffing chemicals that ought not be huffed. Randy, you're a victim too. That's why you're out here in the streets. This movie, it broke you. It almost broke me. You see what I'm saying?
Kid, I am out here because I'm addicted to meth. I smell because I eat garbage. I haven't even watched the movie.
But the talking animals and the Titanic?
I dropped out of middle school. Why are you listening to me?
But then, what was it all for?
Beats me. So can I really crash at your place?
That was before I found out you were on meth.
You sound like a guy who could use some meth.
Yeah, that's okay.
Suit yourself, more for Randy.
Man, I gotta make better friends.
Took a step away. If we lose it all today, I would crawl across the glass and stone, plead with you to stay. If we have to throw this fight,